Okay, so we're diving into making money in 2025, all that good stuff, online income, wealth building. You're here because you want to know what's up, right? We've got articles, notes, trends, the whole nine yards.
Yeah, it's like a fire hose of info out there.
Mhm.
Honestly, trying to figure out where to even start can be overwhelming.
For sure, for sure. And
Yeah,
that's why we're here, right? To break it all down, see what's actually useful, what we can learn.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're not just listing out random tips. It's about connecting the dots,
Yeah.
seeing the big picture trends and then figuring out, okay, how can I actually use this?
Exactly. So one of the things that really jumped out at me from all this material was the idea of trends, like how important it is to kind of be ahead of the curve.
Yeah, like spotting those waves before
Yeah,
they crest.
exactly. And instead of like, I don't know, just listing out like top 10 money-making trends of 2025, which a lot of these
Yeah.
articles
Oh, yeah,
do,
yeah, gotta have those lists.
we were thinking more about the concept, like what's the underlying principle there? And one thing that seems to be huge is personalized education.
Online courses, niche expertise, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like people are hungry for that really specific knowledge. They want to learn from someone who's been there, done that.
Makes sense. I mean, information overload is a real thing.
Mm.
Trying to filter through all that noise is tough.
Totally. So if you
Right.
can be that expert in something, even a small niche, that's a valuable skill.
Absolutely. And then a lot of the sources we're talking about starting a business with little or no investment,
Nah.
which is a big question for a lot of
They'll
people, right?
like, how do I get started if I don't have a ton of cash?
Exactly. And some of the ideas there were around leveraging your existing skills, offering services, online consulting,
Hmm.
coaching, things like that.
Yeah, like the drop shipping versus affiliate marketing debate was interesting too.
Yeah,
Like both can be low cost, but they require very different approaches.
totally. Drop shipping, you're dealing with inventory suppliers, shipping. It's more hands-on, even though you're not holding the product yourself.
Right, whereas affiliate marketing is more about building an audience, recommending products, earning commission.
And which one's more profitable? Well, it depends on a lot of factors.
Your niche, your marketing skills, your audience, how much time you're willing to put in.
Exactly. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. And speaking of different approaches, the whole online earning world is just exploding with options.
Oh, yeah, passive income ideas, making money with AI tools, freelancing, YouTube flipping websites. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Like you could spend all day just reading about different ways to make money online.
Seriously. And it's interesting because you have the spectrum from like best passive income ideas for beginners in 2024, which often still require a lot of upfront work.
To things like how to earn $100 a day with AI tools, which
Yeah.
requires a different skill set, being adaptable to new technology.
Right. And then you've got things like freelancing versus YouTube, which are more about building a personal brand.
And how to flip websites and domains for profit, which is a whole other ballgame.
Then there's Amazon FBA versus Shopify dropshipping. Like it just goes on and on.
And that's not even getting into crypto and stocks yet, which were another big focus in the materials we looked at.
Yeah. And that's where the risk factor really ramps up. Like you had articles talking about a potential crypto crash or boom.
Bitcoin price predictions for 2025, which who knows if those will be accurate.
But it highlights the volatility, right? Like these are high risk, high reward areas.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
then you contrast that with the more long-term investing approach, like top 5 stocks to buy now for long-term gains.
Which is more about playing the long game, riding out market fluctuations.
And of course, there were a lot of warnings about the potential downsides, like articles on crypto investing for beginners, avoid these 5 mistakes.
And why most traders lose money in Forex and crypto. Like there's a lot to learn before jumping into those markets.
It's not just about picking the right investment. It's about managing risk, having a strategy.
Absolutely. And it was fascinating to see the different investment philosophies too, like the classic Warren Buffett versus Elon Musk comparison.
Right, Buffett's all about value investing, finding those undervalued companies.
Whereas Musk is more about betting on innovation disruption, like Tesla SpaceX,
And they've both been incredibly successful, but with very different approaches.
which I think highlights the point that there's no one right way to invest. It's about finding what aligns with your own goals and risk tolerance.
And speaking of different approaches, there was a lot of focus on mindset and habits in these materials too.
Oh, yeah, like the psychology of wealth, how rich people think differently,
And the secret habits of highly successful entrepreneurs. Like those were recurring themes.
which I think is important because it's not just about the strategies, it's about how you approach money, how you think about success.
Absolutely. And then all those stories about people going from broke to millionaire.
Yeah, those are always inspiring.
But it's not just about luck or overnight success. It's about resilience,
Hmm.
hard work, consistent effort.
And I think a lot of those stories probably involve some level of risk-taking too, like being willing to step outside your comfort zone.
Definitely. And we can't forget about AI, which is weaving its way into all of
Oh,
this.
yeah. How AI is changing the future of business was a big topic.
It's impacting everything from marketing to investing to how we even think about work.
So it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. So it's a lot to take in, right? Like we've covered everything from emerging trends to starting a business to crypto to the psychology of wealth.
And it's all interconnected in a way. Like these are all pieces of the puzzle when it comes to building wealth and creating online income in 2025.
Exactly. So as you're listening to this, think about what resonates with you.
What are your strengths? What are you passionate about? What kind of risk are you comfortable with?
And what specific questions do you have about making these trends work for you? Because that's where the real journey begins.
That's where the deep dive gets personal.